We've talked about the clash of styles, but both these fighters trying to move up, and Goiti Yamauchi is so experienced.
It's as easy to get 11-3 to 27-5. We're talking about 9 submission wins for Neiman Gracie at 82% and 21 submission wins for Yamauchi at 78%. Both these guys on the ground are phenomenal.
The name, the legacy, the stakes at welterweight. It is main event time. That's Michael C. Williams time.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime from the Sanford Pentagon here in Sioux Falls. The time has come for tonight's main event. 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Sanctioned by the South Dakota Athletic Commission at Cageside, Chairman Mike Kilmer. And now, introducing the blue corner first. At 5'10", weighing in 170 pounds even, looking to establish himself now as a welterweight, he brings a veteran 27 professional victories with 5 losses. From Curitiba, Brazil, presenting Goiti Yamauchi. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 6 foot, weighing in 170.4 pounds, the former title challenger enters tonight, ranked number 5, holding 11 professional victories, along with 3 defeats. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, introducing Neiman, the Lion Gracie. Rings. The referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Fighters have gone over the rules in the back. There were no questions from you, Blue. There were no questions from you, Red. You've already touched gloves. Come out ready to fight.
3 losses for Neiman Gracie against Logan Storley, Jason Jackson, Rory McDonald. Wrestling was a factor in all 3 of them. Does Goiti Yamauchi have that kind of game?
First round, fighter, you ready?
Will this be the clinic we think it's going to be, or are these 2 guys about to surprise us? And the other element, John, 5 rounds.
Absolutely huge difference in that. Like I said before, Neiman has been there in the past. It is an unknown for Yamauchi.
3 times Neiman Gracie's been in a 5-round fight. This is the first in this first main event for Goiti Yamauchi. Professional fight number 33.
Notice right now, Neiman Gracie actually putting Yamauchi on his back foot, moving him backwards. Yamauchi's trying to take that away by utilizing lateral movement.
Everybody enjoys a knockout win when you're a fighter, but when Neiman Gracie knocked out Mark Lemminger, there's that little extra for Gracie to record a knockout win. He was just a little happier than normal.
That's just you just don't expect it. You think it's going to be a submission, and then when all of a sudden he lands big shots, and all of a sudden someone's going down, you go, oh my God, he's got stand up too.
Quick left cross from Yamauchi. That stunned Neiman a little bit. Before the fight about what's going to happen when these 2 guys get on the ground. Well, got to get there first. Instead, Yamauchi has been patient. Neiman's been pretty clear that he wants to fight there, but again, he's in no hurry.
At this point has been much more offensive and successful with that offense being in the southpaw position.
Just saw paid off there, and Yamauchi, yep, the right got through. And there was the takedown.
He said based upon if one of the guys gets hurt, that's when you're going to see Yamauchi actually say, I'll go to the ground.
He was recently retired again. Legendary Ric Flair used to say, now we go to school. This is what everybody wanted to see.
That left hand has been money, be it in the southpaw position or from the orthodox for Yamauchi. He's been able to land that left hand, and that's where he has his power. And it was a jab that put Gracie down.
All the conversation about the jiu-jitsu and none about the stand-up.
Well, when you got two guys,
Of course, but
the best, you got to go with what they do and what they're good at, but you're almost canceling each other out.
that's it. Two magicians. Is this your card? I believe this is your rabbit. They've seen it all. Though he has taken the worst of it here. Neiman Gracie's stand-up. You can see he has worked. Where has he gotten better?
Where he's gotten much better. He's always had a good chin, and the fact that Yamauchi put it down, but he was able to survive the position, get himself back to his feet. But it is in his ability to only use punches. He's gotten better with his kicks, and he brings, especially when he gets into that clinching range, he brings elbows and brings him good angles that end up hurting his opponent. So this stand-up has improved by leaps and bounds during his time here in Bellator. When he came to Bellator, he was nothing more than a jiu-jitsu fighter. Now he's a complete mixed martial artist.
Half-hearted attempt by Gracie on the level change. Half-hearted swing with the right hand. Very strong opening round for Goiti Yamauchi. Come into play yet. You made the point earlier about leg locks and lack of training. And we've become accustomed to saying, well, Goiti Yamauchi wasn't trained leg locks, it doesn't go with him. Gracie goes to the ground, let's see if Goiti can keep it there. But the point that I think people miss is that if you're not training them, you're also not training defending them.
That's exactly it. That's the whole point. Is when you're not being that guy that's learning how to do these techniques and do them from a variety of positions and everything, you're also not working on your defense against them. Where Gracie has worked at being a very good leg lock specialist, Yamauchi, his jiu-jitsu path has been more of the traditional upper body.
To the guard, said the spider to the fly. This is not an ordinary fly.
I was going to say, yeah, well, this is a fly that has some ideas, but you got to be careful with that upkick. Remember, we'll talk about, bring those hips in front of that chin to make it where it's difficult for him to get that type of kick off. One of the problems that I've seen from Neiman in the center, like I said, with the southpaw, Yamauchi keeps on getting, look at the foot position, and he keeps on getting that foot to the outside of Neiman Gracie's, meaning he's winning that position and that's allowing him to land that straight left or that kick.
Goiti Yamauchi has been much more efficient, much more straight ahead with his stand-up on the line. As he let Neiman Gracie get up, it kind of made me wonder. I know Elias doesn't keep stats like that. How many fighters Goiti Yamauchi has just voluntarily let get up from the ground?
Not a whole lot. And it's one of the things in this position, many times,
was easy.
Goiti is not the guy looking for the takedown. He will allow himself to be taken down by guys because he feels so comfortable off of his back. Here, he's not putting himself in that position.
We've seen that meme, right? The two Spider-Men pointing to each other. That's twice. Goiti's come very close to taking a monster shot on that kick.
Take a look at where his chin position is compared to where his hips are at. When you're leaning over there, he's aware of it. He knows, but you gotta be careful. That's see how he starts to bring his hips forward. That's him saying, "Okay, I'm not going to put myself in a position for you to be able to land that kick."
Heyman says, "Come on, let's do this. Let's give everybody what they wanted to see."
Well, in actuality, Yamauchi has landed a couple of kicks, but Gracie's landed the better kicks from the bottom than Yamauchi has from the standing.
Don't think people are trained yet to see those as offensive as they really are.
Nice jab.
Better jabs here.
Good jab.
Goiti's just put his hands down.
Goiti's trying to take him off the top of his forehead. Oh, the uppercut.
It's through. And it's over. Goiti Yamauchi dropped his guard, and then he dropped Neiman Gracie.
What an uppercut. That landed so clean.
And Goiti Yamauchi writes his own chapter against the family that wrote the book.
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's main event, it comes to an end. 3 minutes, 58 seconds into round number 2. The winner by knockout, Goiti Yamauchi.
A moment. And now another, as Goiti Yamauchi stands victorious with Big John McCarthy.
I'm here with your winner, Goiti Yamauchi. You said this was going to be a stand-up battle. You said we're both too good on the ground. I'm going to make this a stand-up fight. You were able to make it a stand-up fight throughout, but I thought it was your switching from southpaw to orthodox, and especially your southpaw stance, that gave him some problems.
Yeah, we try to be not, like unidimensional fighter. So I think this is one of my styles in changing southpaw to orthodox, and thank God I could get this knockout. I'm very happy. This is, like I said before in the interviews, this is very meaningful, not just because of my first main event, but fighting against a Gracie. Neiman is a hell of a fighter, one of the best fighters and grapplers in the world, in the history. So I have no words to describe this moment.
Let's talk about the moment before you landed that knockout shot, because he was hitting you. He started to come with a lot of steam towards you. You actually started putting your hands down and dipping your forehead, saying, "Go ahead, bring it, bring it." Were you setting up knowing you were going to bring that uppercut?
Yeah, in the competition, I used to be very defensive fighter, but this time I Triple G style, big drama show. I like it. I do it in my sparring sessions, and that's what I did today. I like to do it.
You just took out a top 5 fighter in the welterweight division. You're going to be in that position in the rankings. Who is it that you should be facing in this cage the next time you step in here?
Well, everybody that they're above me in the rankings, I'm sure these guys are watching today. So one of these guys is what I don't want to fight. I don't want, I just fought Neiman, and I want to fight these guys, all those guys, to still climb up to the rankings and being a title contender, and then welterweight world champion. This is my destiny.
It sounds good. Congratulations on a huge win. Beautiful knockout win. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Goiti Yamauchi.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.